It is my pleasure to present the most valuable player trophy to none other than Tim Duncan. Where are you?
Tim Duncan, the trophy is a new model, but it's the third one you'll have, which is pretty select company. Magic, Jordan, Shaq, and you. Three-time MVPs of the NBA Finals. First, your thoughts on this series and how tough Game 7 was for this team.
This trophy is definitely an honor, but this team has so many MVPs. There's so many different guys here just laid it on the line. Bruce, Manu, Tony, these guys just laid it on the line every night, and we couldn't have made this far without any one of them. So every one of them's an MVP.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, back again. Marlo knows basketball and Marlo knows boxing. Back at y'all with another one. That was so disingenuous of Tim Duncan. That was so disingenuous. Stop the cap. Talking about it was multiple MVPs. It was Bruce Bowen, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. He was just trying to take the attention off the fact that he robbed Manu Ginobili of the Finals MVP. When he said that and said it was multiple MVPs, instead of mentioning Bruce Bowen, Tony Parker, or whoever else, he should have just flat out said Manu Ginobili deserved this award, because he did. When David Stern said only you, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Shaq, and now Tim Duncan, you're a part of that company, Tim Duncan should have been embarrassed because he doesn't belong there. And he says that he considers Manu Ginobili a friend. Manu Ginobili should have a Finals MVP right now, and he doesn't. Tim Duncan flat out robbed him. Tim Duncan only averaged 1.9 more points than Manu Ginobili. Tim Duncan averaged 20.6 points per game to Manu Ginobili's 18.7. But that's not telling the entire story. Yes, Tim Duncan averaged 1.9 more points than Manu Ginobili in the 2005 finals. But when you look at the efficiency that Ginobili was scoring on versus Tim Duncan's terrible efficiency, it tells a completely different story. When you look at the efficiency, Tim Duncan was shooting a terrible, horrible 47.1% true shooting percentage versus Manu Ginobili's 63.6% true shooting percentage. So Manu Ginobili's only averaging 1.9 less points per game than Tim Duncan, but he's shooting over 16% better in efficiency. And somehow they still gave the Finals MVP to Tim Duncan. And I felt compelled to make this video because a lot of people, a lot of Tim Duncan fans and or Kobe haters, yes, we're going to talk about it. They like to talk trash about Kobe's 2010 Finals MVP because of his bad Game 7. They say that Pau Gasol should have won Finals MVP over Kobe because Pau Gasol was more efficient than Kobe. Kobe averaged 28 points per game to Pau Gasol's 18 points per game. Yes, Pau Gasol shot 55% true shooting, so he was 3% better than Kobe's 52% true shooting. But when we look at this, there was a 10-point gap with Kobe and Pau. With Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan, there's only a 1.9 point gap, 2-point gap, if you want to round up. A 2-point gap. But there's a 16% gap in efficiency. So they want to tear down Kobe for 3 percentage points in efficiency, but nobody says nothing about Tim Duncan when Manu Ginobili has a 16% better efficiency than Tim Duncan. People want to act like Tim Duncan just had this perfect career. Oh, he led the Spurs to 5 championships, and they act like he was the best player on each championship. He wasn't even an All-NBA player in 2014 when they won the championship. Wasn't even the second best player on the team. Kawhi and Tony Parker were better than him. But nobody talks about that either. But that's a video for another day. I just wanted to make this video to point out the hypocrisy and how Tim Duncan's career is judged versus how Kobe Bryant's career has been judged. And the hate that Kobe would get in instances where they talk about Kobe's coming up short in finals games and try to take the whole finals MVP away from him, when you could take a look at one of Tim Duncan's finals MVPs, and he played like absolute trash and still won finals MVP over Manu Ginobili, who should have won it. So I just wanted to point that out. There's no one but haters that try to hate on Kobe and say he didn't deserve 2010 finals MVP. Everybody knows he should have won that finals MVP. He averaged 28 points a game. His Pau Gasol only averaged 18. And there was only a 3% gap in efficiency. And everybody knows it. No players, no people with a legitimate opinion ever says that Kobe didn't deserve that MVP. But with Tim Duncan in the 2005 finals, the Detroit Pistons themselves, mainly Chauncey Billups, says that Manu Ginobili should have won finals MVP. And I agree with Chauncey.
05 NBA Finals, Pistons, Spurs. I lost a lot of sleep because of Manu Ginobili. To me, I thought he was excellent in the series. I thought he probably deserved to get MVP.
Into the paint, spins, gets it out to Ginobili for three. And that is a Manu trace.
He was just dominant. I mean, he really was, and we prided ourselves on trying to stop people and agitate people. We couldn't do it with Manu. He was just that great of a player.